The easiest way is just get the circular saw, cut the steps, and you can rip it all out. All rotten. All rotten. They're all rotten. So what happens if it's wood on wood? That's what happens in the joints. Everything rots. Look at that. And it's pissing down! Lucky I just got the concrete in the footings. Oh my god, oh my god. We're back in Newtown. Started the decking. Steel foot. Recessed the timber, it's going to be painted so it doesn't rot. It's for the bottom beam. And you put the brace in on the side so it doesn't wobble sideways. Here we go. Put the first beam up. It's tied up to the house, to the floor. Set the first post. We got a steel bracket on the bottom, a steel foot. I'm gonna put them down here. They get bolted on the concrete like this underneath. And you can still move them a little bit, so the post sits in here so it doesn't rot from the bottom. Alright, we got a recess. We got the post. It's got 15mm on your blade here, the blade on the bottom. And you just slice it and chisel it out. Chisel. Out of the way. That's gonna sit in here. We're gonna paint that so when the water sits in there it doesn't go straight into the wood. It just stops it from rotting, you know, like the stays we took off. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 posts in. We got 3 rafters, everything is plumb and level. So I'm gonna pick up some more rafters now. And then you can put the decking on. Holy moly! Now these are the saddles I use. They go on the back on the beam where the house is. So that's always dry, they're not gonna rust. Now a small tip what you can do with them. You put them on first. It's easier. So what you do, you put the bottom nail in here first, and then you can nail them nicely easy, much easier, and then you got the proper height for the back and you just attach them. So we're gonna nail them on first. Just turn it around. They're nice and flush, and then the saddle stays in place. Okay. So they won't move anymore. And then you just start with the first hole here. nail them all first and then you attach them to the beam. So it's much easier to nail that way. So what you do is then, when you got the saddle on, I got the timber length right here, so I can put this rafter in without even falling on this side. Nobody's holding it for me. See, it's holding for itself with this timber here. If you do a job for yourself, so that's falling now. Well, it's not falling, sorry. This one is holding up. And then you got a little pin here, you can just lift it up to the right height. You pin that first. See, it's holding now with the timber in the back there. So you put that pin in first. That's it. So when you got that pin in, it's a little pin here. It's holding already, then you can nail it. You don't need anybody to hold the timber for you. Okay. That's holding just with that little pin. That pin is holding it, and you can put a nail in it. That's it. It's not going to drop anymore. Alright, started putting the first timber in, 90 mil, they're not 100, you can get them also in 70 mil, 90 mil is good, because the post width is 90 mil. What we do then is, where the post is, gonna put the timber in here, it just slides in here, bolt it onto here, and then the decking sits on top like that. Exactly 90 mil. Beautiful. I make a mark for the screws, square it, then with the level you go all the way back so you don't have them all offset. And then here we got a fascia. That's later on. The bottom is all nice and straight. The posts, always use a string line. Make sure it's parallel off the back of the wall. And I measured all the decking timbers all the way out here, so I don't have a off-cut in the back there. Most of the decking timbers are down. Here we go. I mark them all on with a pencil, really fine. You won't see that after when we put the decking oil on. And then I pre-drill all the timbers so they don't split, because even tree the pine can split, so it doesn't take much to pre-drill everything, especially on the ends here. They're all pre-drilled, and then after I saw cut the whole edge of it, I use a string line so it's spot on, because even put the string line up, that's the best way to go. Even if you use spaces in between, the timber is not 100% the same thickness sometimes, or the same width. So I always put the string line every foot to straighten them up again. So now I can put the cutting in. Put the pieces from post to post. I was editing some timber blocks in here. They go from the front to the back, so the decking can sit here, goes right in between. And then we got blocks coming down here to put a fascia on it. Everything of course nice and straight. I put the string line up before. That's it. Holy moly, one man's job. Yeah. What I did is I put some screws in here so I can sit the decking on top there. They're gonna come out again. That's a one-man's job. You can do it like that. So, because I got no labourer, and that's how you do it. Easy. It's even holding for itself. I can mark it on now. I pre-drill the timbers and then I can screw it on. I have another one and another one down here. Easy peasy, holy moly. Here. The line up here. So, decking is just about done. Nice and straight. Oh, got 2 coats of stain. After we can put the decking oil on it to protect everything properly. Got the stairs. Instant galvanized steel frame there for the stairs. I'm gonna have the sandstone, original sandstone slab there. I'm gonna lift that up underneath. I'm gonna put some concrete. So that's an original sandstone piece from this area here. And look lovely. Very simple stairs. No stand, we got the angle. Slide on an angle there. See? Monday I can put decking oil on it. Stairs need another coat of stain. The stain is called Beach House Grey. I put 2 coats. Then the oil goes over the top. It's water base. And cabots. Beautiful. Nice solid stairs. All bolted together. And a lovely nice sandstone. I'm gonna clean everything after up. That's it for this week.